Hey guys, long time no see. It's been a while since I've recorded something. I've just been using previous streams and such to post. But I thought of something kind of neat. I know other people have done it before, I've seen them. But I decided that I'm going to play games that have been submitted to the Otome Game Jam for 2024. I'm not going to play all of them, but I'm probably going to play most of them. And this is one of them. It's called Convention Crush. You are at a convention. There is only one person to pursue love interest. There we go. I could not for the life of me remember what the words were. Alright, we're just gonna start it. Okay. Alright. Her. We're gonna look like that, and we're gonna be named Alessa. Okay. It's nearly here. The day I leave for the Sakura Anime Convention. I've been excited about this for so long. I've had the character I'm cosplaying planned out since last year. I booked my train ticket months early. I was so restless last night that I got up at 4 a.m. to pack my bags. I've been resolutely counting down the days on my calendar, but I still haven't managed to finish my costume. Curse Isadora for having such a cool and complicated costume. This is by far her worst crime yet. Carnival of Shadows has been one of my favorite games since it was released. I play all sorts of games, from MMOs to hidden object puzzles, but visual novels have a particularly special place in my heart. I'm a sucker for fantasy, with focus on relationship and romances, so I was doomed from the moment I hit download on the Carnival of Shadows game page. I love all of the major characters equally, but when it came down to picking someone to cosplay, I found myself especially drawn to Isadora because of her style. I saw it and just wanted to piece it together myself, match the right fabrics, finish the embellishments, and of course, wear it myself. I love Isadora as a character too. I enjoy how she expresses herself as a vampire. I love her magic. Her matching outfit with Lark, everything. And the toxic relationship between the two of them really tugs at my heartstrings. It's heartbreaking. I studied Lark's clothes carefully as I was drawing up a plan for my cosplay. Even though I wasn't going to be making his outfit, I took in all the details of their matching outfits and gave myself the perfect excuse to replay his route. At this rate, I'm going to miss my train. The bulk of my cosplay is finished, of course. I've tried it on again and again, and it's a perfect fit. If you ignore the fact that some pieces had to be recut, and all the major... Okay. The parts I'm fussing about right now are the finishing touches. A hem here, an uneven patch of ruffles there. I really want this cosplay to be my best one yet, especially since I missed out on going to this convention last year. Maybe I need to pester someone to encourage me to give me the last push I need to finish this beast. I open Light and check who's online. A lot of my online friends are in different time zones, so they're probably busy sleeping or working right now. Knocks Your Socks Off is online. He never lets me down. I've known Knox for a while now. We met while bonding over Carnival of Shadows when it was just released. We've managed to drag more people into our obsession over it by now, but he is still my #1 comrade in arms when it comes to discussing it. And for a lot of other things too. I am in trouble. Oh? A deadline is looming and I need to go out soon. Help me. Okay, stay calm. We got this. What do you need? Snacks? Hugs? Encouragement? My soul? All of the above, please. Okay, sending you some virtual pretzels right now. Go get something physical from your kitchen, too. You can do it. I believe in you. I can already feel a smile coming on as I watch his messages come in. I hope that helps, because I kind of need my soul right now. But you can have it as soon as I stop needing it. Promise. My hero. What exactly have I been encouraging you to do, by the way? Crimes. No! No, don't worry. It's my cosplay for the con I'm about to go to. About to go to, as in, my train leaves in 3 hours. The train is really close. It's fine. So, how much have you done? Most of it. I just have to finish the neck piece and then some ruffles. Oh. I want to pick. And you will get one when it is finished and I am at the con. Smiley face. I have something cool to show you too, actually. Oh? It can wait. Okay, I'm gonna focus hard to finish this dang neck piece. Wish me luck! My comrade in arms wishes me luck. My comrade in arms wishes me luck, and I close the light tab to try to minimize the distractions. Fueled by Nox's encouragement, I finish the neck piece to a standard that I'm sure would impress Isadora herself. It better anyway. I am not sewing this again. I'm about to put everything aside and take a well-deserved break, but it seems like the needle has other ideas. It leaves me a little reminder of its contribution to the cosplay, and I hastily drop it to the surface I've been working on. Ooh. That needs to be fixed. That was kind of hard to read with all the save buttons and whatever. Ouch! Since we've been on chat with Knocks Your Socks Off. Oh wait. Since we've been on chat, Knocks Your Socks Off cannot hear my pain. I relay my ouchies to him in text. Ouch. The needle strikes. Unfortunately. How's it going? Aside from the latest injury. I put down the offending needle, carefully to tuck it away safely so there aren't any unpleasant surprises later down the line. Mostly finished now. Just finishing touches left. Checking the buttons are secure. Adjusting the ruffles. Making sure everything is neat. Now, where was the loose thread I saw a moment ago? Timing my frustrations seemed to have worked, since I find the elusive thread a moment later. I let Nox know of my success. Aha! Got it. Lol. The enemy has been defeated. The first of many. Second wave incoming. What's the second wave? Could it be more needles? Nope, the accursed ruffles. One section is a bit uneven at the side, and there are a few more loose threads. You could probably get away with leaving that, to be honest. No one's likely to notice. Maybe you can cover it with the placement of your bag? No, I'll notice. Fair enough. Wait, what time did you have to leave again? I glance up at the clock in my room. At this rate, I'll be cutting it close. But some things just have to be done right. Soon. Good luck with the second wave. Heart. I express my appreciation for his support and then get back to work. I think I'm done, but I don't know. I've been over everything, but there has to be something I missed. Hey, I bet it's incredible. Try not to worry too much, okay? You have gone to the trouble of making the costume yourself, and I bet I can guess how hard you've worked on it. Don't worry too much about any little imperfections. I guarantee everyone who sees you, will be going, wow, in awe at your cosplay, and not looking for loose threads or uneven edges and stuff. I saw the coolest Carnival of Shadows cosplay the other day, and I can assure you I was not on a hunt for any imperfections. I was too busy building up courage to ask to take a pic, LMAO. Ooh. Did you get the pic? I did. The cosplayer was really nice. I'll trade the pic in exchange for a pic of your cosplay. Smiley face. Soon. Have patience, my friend. I look up at the clock again. I'll really be cutting it close if I keep working on the costume right now. Maybe I can sneak some time at the hotel to work on it instead. I definitely do not want to miss this train. Okay. I'm gonna head out soon. Just gonna make sure I have everything packed. Wanna help me go over the list? Sure. Hit me with it. Sewing kit is number 1, since I still want to snatch a few moments to work on those ruffles if I can. Sewing kit is the most important. Who needs clothes or food? Exactly. Speaking of clothes, the cosplay, LMAO. And some extra clothes. Spare pair of shoes. Snacks. Wallet with my card, convention pass, and spare cash, of course. Water. Hydrate. Yes, I got water. Toiletries and stuff. First aid stuff in case the needle strikes again. And my devices and charging cables. Did I miss anything? What about your cat? I wish. My parents are gonna look after her. I requested minimum 5 photos a day. Good, good. I think you got everything. Nice. Okay. Train time. I zip up my suitcase for the final time. Wish me luck, my friend. You got this. Go get on that train. And message me when you get there. I will. Not sure I'll have time to chat much while at the con, though. Don't worry. I'm gonna be kind of busy the next few days, too. Not saying more yet, since you won't show me your cosplay. I'm different. Anyways, we shall reunite and share pics soon. Deal? Deal. I have never known train doors to open so slowly before. Once the doors stop tormenting me and finally open, I hop down from the train onto the platform. We're gonna save. I was lucky enough to find a hotel that's close to both the train station and the convention, so hopefully I won't get too lost. I pull up an app to help me navigate the way. Luckily, the hotel hasn't grown legs and walked away since I last checked, so I should be able to make it there within a 5-minute walk. And here I am. I gaze up at the building in front of me. The sky is getting dark, my feet are sore, and my backpack seems to have become a permanent part of my body. It's not the best moment to take it all in, but I'm still really pleased that I managed to find a decent hotel close by for a decent price. Yeah, I better get inside before I fall asleep on the doorstep. Once inside, I narrowly avoid bumping into another group lingering in the doorway. All of them have big, bulky bags, and some cosplay props are poking out of one that isn't fully zipped up. No prizes for guessing why they are staying here, too. I wonder if I'll get to see any of them in costume over the next few days. Thinking about it makes me even more excited. I head to the reception desk while they're still chatting in the entrance. Hi, I have a room booked for the next few days. I fill the receptionist in on the relevant information and he slides my room key across the counter. You'll be in room 15 on the second floor. Enjoy your stay. Thank you. Now that's over and done with. I found my room without too much difficulty, which is good because I am exhausted. I should unpack, but better message my parents first, and my friends since I promised. I'm here safely, lots of love. Don't forget to feed the queen of the household and send update pics in the morning, please. Good night, XX. I open up my chat with knocks your socks off to send him the promised update. I made it. I'm here and about to crash. Talk to you soon. Woo! Yeah, good night. Smiling, I close light and set my phone next to the bed to charge. I'm gonna brush my teeth and go to bed, I think. I rummage around through my bag for my bag of toiletries and set them up as best as my sleepy self can manage around the sink and bath. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and head back to the main room to set my morning alarm. And with that, I think I can turn in for the night. The bag I'm taking with me, my wallet, the cosplay, water, sunscreen just to be safe, and some snacks for breakfast. I'm too excited to stomach much right now, but I know I'll regret it if I head into the con on an empty stomach. I pack some extras in my bag just in case. I can see the building where the con will be from my window. I didn't get a good look last night in the darkness, but it's so close. I silently praise my foresight in finding an affordable hotel so close by. Okay, time to get ready. I get changed into my cosplay and survey my appearance in the bathroom mirror. Looks good. This is it. No more test runs. It's time to display my hard work. I find that I'm actually really proud of myself. It's a good feeling. And my friend was right. The ruffles being slightly uneven in that one spot are barely noticeable. Not that I won't take the chance to fiddle with them tonight, knowing how I am. I'm practically vibrating while I wait for the elevator. I don't see anyone else in cosplay in the lobby this time. I wonder if I'll run into the people from last night at the con itself. I can't wait to see everyone else's costumes. Hopefully I can muster the courage to take some good pictures. And I should think of how to pose if anyone asks to take photos of me. The thought of that makes me grin like an idiot. I better not get too ahead of myself before I've even arrived. I get to the con nice and early as planned and avoid queuing for too long. My ticket is checked, and I get a bright orange wristband to prove that I haven't sneaked in. This is going straight on my pinboard when I get home. Adjust the wristband until it sits comfortably and head inside through the large doors. I've been so excited for this, and I can already feel that it is going to be incredible. Things haven't gotten too busy yet. I have a great view of most of the booths and stalls from here, unobscured by bustling crowds. Only then do I notice the array of maps on one side of the entrance. Tables right next to me. Perfect. I pick it up and study the areas and their labels closely. Where to go first? Artist stalls. The artist stalls are one of the things I've been looking forward to the most. Seeing two artists I follow online both post about having stalls here solidified my decision to book tickets months ago. And then once I'd already booked, someone else I've been following for years announced that she would be here too. I want to see every stall, but I think I'll look for the ones I'm familiar with first. One of them is close by. They have prints of the cast of Candied Hearts. It's going to be hard to decide which one I get. I spend too long surveying the prints with extreme focus, careful to stand to the side so I'm not blocking other people interested in looking at the stall. Eventually, I managed to decide on one, and even get a chance to talk about my favorite aspects with the artist. They're in cosplay too, though I don't recognize the outfit. I compliment them on their cosplay's incredible headpiece, and they praise the neckline on mine. The next time I pass by a mirror, I take a moment to adjust the neckpiece proudly. It was totally worth all of yesterday's struggles. Tucking the print away carefully in my bag, I head to another stall with familiar artwork. This one has an abundance of amazing prints, too. I am instantly drawn to the stickers. The artist has a whole display set up on a cloud-shaped board with several celestial-themed sticker designs in varying sizes, and some especially eye-catching glittery ones. I just have to grab some for my journal. I'm mesmerized by the stickers glinting under the ceiling lights for several seconds before I shake myself out of it and pick 5 to buy. If I still have funds tomorrow, I'm definitely coming back for a few more for my pinboard. I mutter the words to myself, but the artist and her assistant over here and smile at me. Oh, believe me, we know the feeling. I love these so much. I find myself gushing as I'm counting out my money. Hopefully I don't drop my wallet and make a fool of myself, but both the artist and her assistant seem really friendly. And I love the cloud display stand thing. It's such a creative way of showing off your designs. Yeah, I love it too. I can't take credit for that, unfortunately. That was all my girlfriend's doing. She motions towards her assistant, who strikes a cute pose. It looks amazing. They both give me cheerful waves as I pay and say my goodbyes. I try to return it, only just avoiding bumping into a tall person holding onto a very large, very realistic looking hammer prop. Uninjured, I make my way to the next stall. I've been following this particular artist for years. They have some of the most creative character designs I've ever seen, and they've been teasing an upcoming project with some of them coming next year. I've been wondering if what they have at their stall will include any hints. When I reach the stall, I forget my detective plans in an instant. These look so cool. If I hadn't set a budget, I just know I'd be blowing through all my savings in a heartbeat. As things are, I have a decent amount left for now. I don't want to spend everything on my first day, but I think I can afford another few prints, or maybe one print and My eyes fall on the keychains. Oh! The artist is busy with another company, so I have plenty of time to take a good look at everything. There are new prints of their familiar characters all dressed up for the masquerade event in fancy masks and fine clothing. In one print, a lady knight polishes her metal helmet. In another, a person in a frilled coat twirls a Venetian-style mask in their hand. The keychains are new artwork I haven't seen before either. They are the same characters in chibi form, pulling cute expressions and staring at me with their big, sparkly eyes. I just have to take this home. I end up choosing a keychain of one character and a print of someone different, since I love them all. The artist thanks me for my purchase and even slides in a bonus sticker between my items. As I walk away from the booth, I pass by some benches where other con-goers are enjoying late breakfasts, early lunches, or just chatting. I've got a good haul already. I should take a minute to sit and go through everything. I head over to one of the free benches and take out my goodies. I can already picture these prints on my wall at home. They are going to look so good. Careful not to bend them, I slide them back in their sleeves and tuck them securely in my bag. Next, I go through the stickers. I almost regret leaving my journal back at the hotel, but I know I'll enjoy rearranging them in it when I get back tonight. As for the keychain, that's going right on my bag immediately, of course. After I admire my haul for a while longer, I pack up everything and continue my journey around the convention. Booths and other stalls. I wander over towards some merchandise stalls. My eyes are drawn to some graphic t-shirts on one of them, some with familiar anime character prints, others with cute animal designs. I don't need any more shirts. I definitely don't need any more shirts. Bravely turning away from the stall, I admire some other things on display nearby. I look up to see bags on a rack in different shapes and sizes. There's a whole row of shaped bags, some designed to look like giant books, and even a bright red one shaped like a lobster. I'm very attached to my own bag. It even goes really well with my Isadora cosplay. So the temptation isn't as bad here, but they're still so cool. Non-bag books are for sale at other stalls nearby too. A lot of manga, novels, and a handful of independently published works are being sold with bonus handmade bookmarks and bookplates designed in collaboration with freelance artists. I pick up one of these for the train ride home. The blurb promises an intense story about vampires and magicians, and the bookmark that came with it is quite adorably cut into a curved wand shape. Holding onto my new book with the new wand bookmark still poking out, I continue walking around and encounter booths from game developers. Most for released titles, but excitingly some for indie ones too. These have big queues already, so I make a mental note to come back tomorrow early if I want a closer look. For now, I keep browsing, peeking over someone's bulky foam weapon for a better look at a game title I don't yet recognize. AMV contest. A large screen and a flash of something on it catches my eye. Curiosity piqued, I head closer to investigate. Several rows of seats are set out, and I slide into a free one at the end of the back row. Is that... Character jumps into view, preparing an attack, and I recognize this scene on screen. It's one of the best fight scenes from an old anime. I watched it all the time as a kid. So much nostalgia. I don't recognize the music playing, but it's really good. Even though I've missed the first few seconds of the video, I can admire the story building up throughout it. The placement of each scene is impeccable timing. My buddy Knocks Your Socks Off used to be really into AMV editing. He hasn't made a new one in a while, but he still sends me cool videos and gushes about editing techniques. I always love listening to his thoughts, and I've learned a bunch about the progress even though I'm not a video editor myself. The credits of the AMV play, and I scribble down the creator's username on the back of a receipt in my bag, so I can find the video online later and watch it from the start. I'm about to get up and head back to the main convention area, but then another AMV starts playing. I guess it would be rude to leave, huh? This one is a romance AMV. I don't recognize the series, but I feel a warmth in my heart as the music reaches a crescendo, and the two characters on screen clutch each other's hands and smile. Aww. A few more AMVs play, and I stay to watch. Someone nearby gets up from their seat and goes to a table nearby to place a vote for their favorite. When I'm ready to leave, I get up to take a closer look on my way out. The voting seems to be split into categories: theme, rhythm, and beat, etc. I'm honestly stumped as to which one was my favorite. I really like them all. Maybe I'll think about it tonight and come back tomorrow to vote. Okay, cosplayers. Everywhere I look, I see amazing cosplays. Is this heaven? It's incredible. Even the people who aren't in cosplays are wearing fun or interesting clothes. I briefly spot someone wearing the most amazing sparkly boots, but unfortunately I lose sight of them in the crowd before I can approach. I keep wandering, admiring the gradually increasing sea of people around me and their wonderful expressions of creativity. Naked Toaster from Blooming Panic. Excited at spotting someone in a cosplay I recognize, I head over to tell them how amazing they look. The cosplayer is almost as tall as the character himself. We exchange photographs and compliments, and I'm buzzing by the time they wave goodbye. The next character I recognize is Van from Intertwine. This time, the cosplayer approaches me first, and even compliments my cosplay before I have a chance to open my mouth. He asks to take a photo together, and I do my best to put on a scheming expression that would make Isadora proud to have me represent her. The Van cosplayer beckons over his friend, who is cosplaying Theo from Titan Aurum. His friend takes the photo for us, and then joins us for a group selfie. Titan Aurum is another of my favorite games, and I make sure to praise his cosplay too. The three of us chat for a while about both games, and a few more pictures are taken before they have to leave to meet up with their other friends. I just got into Intertwine recently and finished it the day before I left for the con. As the Van and Theo cosplayers head off to rejoin their friends, I think about how glad I am that I finally got around to playing it. If I'd left it on my backlog for a while longer, I might have missed the chance to chat with those guys about the game and their amazing cosplays. I continue exploring and enjoying the atmosphere. I noticed someone in a soft beige knitted jumper with cute starry glasses. She is definitely cosplaying someone I recognize, but I don't remember where the character is from. When I head over to ask, she seems delighted. I'm Asher from Project Blue. It's such a cute story about an online class and a group project, and she tells me about the premise, even though I'm already sold. I definitely need to look it up when I get back home. I absolutely love your outfit too. Where's your character from? I'm Isadora from Carnival of Shadows. It's about this magical carnival and the people who are trapped there at night and thoroughly enjoying the chance to gush about some of our favorite games. We continue gushing for a while longer. Eventually, the lady has to return to her friend, who has wandered over to the artist alley while we've been chatting. See you around. Yeah, you too. Hopefully we'll bump into each other again tomorrow if she's staying for the whole convention. I wave goodbye and resume my own exploration. Eventually, I find myself heading back towards Artist Alley. I just can't keep away for long. The first thing that draws my attention is a stall that was empty earlier. Now it is fully set up and filled to the brim with colorful designs, and I immediately recognize a print of Griff from online at the perfect time, striking a pose and taking a selfie. Nox has been prodding me to play online at the perfect time for a while. I still haven't gotten around to it yet, but it's one of his favorites. I've just got to get him something. After some consideration, I decide on a keychain of one of the characters. The thing is, I'm not sure who his favorite is. The stall has everyone, but I've heard him talk about them all just about equally. I'm about to pull out my phone and do some detective work, scouring through our old chats, but then another problem arises in my mind. Even when I decide who to pick, how am I possibly going to resist spoiling the surprise and sending him a photo as soon as I have a spare moment? I resolve to deal with that later, as I hear someone else coming up from behind me to look at the stall too. I decide on getting him the Griff keychain. Even if Griff isn't his top favorite, I know that he loves him a lot. I select the gift and turn to go pay. I find myself face to face with Lark. Lark from Carnival of Shadows. He's right next to me. He was looking at the prince, but then, in a flash, he glances up and catches me staring. I'd feel more awkward if he didn't look equally embarrassed. Instead, we exchange small smiles as I line up to pay for the keychain. He lingers for a few moments, eyes firmly fixed on the merchandise before he picks up a cricket keychain and lines up behind me. Instantly, I feel my shoulders tense up. He's right there, behind me. If I made any mistakes in the back of the cosplay, he'll notice right away. The artist tucks the gift into a cute paper bag and hands it back to me with a smile. The transaction is done before I can finally spiral into nervous panic, and I step aside to let the Mystery Lark cosplayer take my place. I linger by the next stall, staring at the displays without really seeing them. What should I do when he finishes paying? Is he going to approach me, or should I make the first move and say something about our costumes? Quick, Alyssa, quick. Think of a fun Carnival of Shadows reference to lead with. Unfortunately, my mind remains as empty as an abandoned carnival at night. Hey, while I've been spacing out, it seems that the Mystery Lark cosplayer has finished his purchase and taken initiative to approach me first. I jump a little in surprise, but at least I don't have to initiate conversation. Score. Hi. He smiles at me shyly. I guess he feels just as nervous as me, huh? Now I can get a closer look at him. I take in his whole appearance. He has great taste in games and characters. He has a really nice face, warm eyes, and a cute smile. We're saving. Okay. We're going with the second one. You have good taste in characters. I instantly lose track of my train of thought. Huh? He motions at the Griff keychain I'm still clutching in my hand. Griff is one of my favorites. Oh. My face breaks into a grin. My friend is the one with good taste, actually. I actually haven't played that game yet, and this is a gift for him. Good taste in friends, then. He grins right back, and I can feel the tension in the air start to ease. Did you come here with your friend? No, unfortunately. I'm hanging out here on my own. I promised him lots of pictures when I get home, though. I'm here on my own, too. First long-distance solo trip. He scratches the back of his head in an awkward, unfairly cute motion. A few quiet moments stretch out between us. He looks as if he's about to say something, but then looks away, eyes fixed on something else in the distance. Hey, I can scarcely believe the words that are about to come out of my mouth. Do you want to walk around together for a while we chat? Since we're both here on our own, I mean. Hey, maybe we can see if we can fool people into thinking we came together. I motion between us at our matching costumes. His face lights up. Oh, I'd really like that, actually. There's a brief pause, and then he grins mischievously. Do you really think we can trick people with our unintentionally matching costumes? Unintentionally? Speak for yourself. This Isadora came here with the express purpose of tracking down Lark. He laughs, and I rapidly attempt to beat down the butterflies in my stomach. But, yeah, I bet we'll fool some people. Cool. Then let's go. We start walking together, the moderate distance between us rapidly shrinking as we navigate through crowds and Artist Alley. I suddenly realize that we haven't properly introduced ourselves yet. Truly the power of shared interests. All other important information goes out the window. There is only gaming. I tried to tell him my name over the noise of the growing crowds. So, I'm Alessa. Huh? I said I can't hear you. He shoots me an apologetic smile. Oof. I shrug back at him. I'll tell you later then. I'm sure we'll have a chance to introduce ourselves when we get somewhere quieter. We continue to wander and attempt to talk to each other over the noise. At last, we get to a quieter corner around some art stalls that are still setting up. So, if your favorite character from Carnival of Shadows isn't Isadora, someone is not going to be too happy. Haha. I like her and Lark equally, actually. Acceptable. It turned out we have a lot of other games in common, too. Have you played Candied Hearts? No. Tell me about it. I pull out my phone to show him my current background, one of the characters, Peppermint. The next stall we pass has a gothic vampire aesthetic, complete with some adorable spooky plastic bats stuck to the tablecloth. Oh, nice prints. Yeah, I love the vampire lady. Do you know where she's from? No, she doesn't look familiar. Maybe we should ask someone when the stall isn't so busy? Yes, a detective mission. When the queue slows down, we ask someone who is covering the stall for the artist, who lets us know that they are original characters. Z gives us a little card with the artist's name and links to their sites. So, tell me what you played the most as a kid. Hard choice. I clocked in a lot of hours with a lot of games, but I enjoyed playing Tetris the most, actually. It was pretty great to find something that didn't rely on sound cues and was focused on visuals. He taps his hearing aid. We weave around various stalls until we reach some spare seats. I slide into one and he settles next to me. And then in unison, our stomachs growl. We both exchange sheepish looks. My cosplay twin starts laughing. I join in, covering my face. I guess we lost track of time? Something like that. Hey, do you want to? We both stop and wait for each other to continue. You can go first. Do you want to eat together? I still want to chat if you've got time. My new friend strikes again with his cute smile. This is definitely doing a number on my HP. I was going to ask the same thing, actually. I'd love to. Pulls out his map of the convention building and spreads it out over his knees. I lean in a bit closer to get a better look. So, is there anywhere you want to eat here? Or we can check local spots in the area? I saw a pizza place on my way here yesterday that looked kinda tempting. My cosplay twin appears to consider the idea carefully. Sounds good. As long as you still want to associate with me if I have pineapple on mine. We start laughing again. The pizza is excellent, and I feel invigorated after filling my stomach and resting my feet, and realize just how much walking we had been doing. We return to the convention in high spirits, resuming our conversation about games. Best route in Carnival of Shadows? All of them? How dare you try and make me choose? We pass by a stall selling older games from over a decade ago. Some are secondhand, and they even have a few that are new and still wrapped in their original packaging. Wow, these bring back memories. Same for me too. I must have spent hours on this one when I was a kid. The AMV contest area is close by, and I notice that the large screen has drawn my new friend's attention, just like it did mine this morning. I had a look at some of those this morning. I think they're showing them again in... I pull out the convention leaflet to check the schedule. About 5 minutes. Do you want to check them out? Yeah, if you don't mind. I mean, you can go somewhere else if you want. That is the very last thing I want. I want to spend more time with him. Nah, I only saw a handful earlier. Besides, I didn't catch the name of the series in one of them, so I have the urgent need to conduct an investigation. He nods at me as we head towards the seating. Maybe I'll recognize it. We take our seats and settle in to enjoy the show. A member of staff announces that the voting results will be announced tomorrow, so anyone wanting to vote should get their votes in before then. The first few AMVs are ones I missed last time. If I hadn't come back here with my new friend, I would have missed out on some great videos. When the ones I've already seen start playing, I glance over towards my new friend. He stares at the screen, transfixed. I can see the current scene reflected in his eyes. I feel like I can get a sense of how much he enjoys video editing, or I stare at his eyes, his warm, pretty eyes. We're just gonna be transfixed on how he looked. And that's what we're doing. That's our route. I quickly look back at the screen before he catches me staring. But I can't resist sneaking another peek soon. He looks completely captivated. When the AMV showing it comes to an end, I stifle a yawn. Not because I was bored, but because I'm feeling how late it's getting. So, which was your favorite? Impossible to choose. This is what you get for asking me to pick between the Carnival of Shadows, boys. Ha, fair enough. Around us, the crowds have started to thin. I overhear one group talking about heading home, and a couple discussing checking one more stall before going back to their hotel. Someone behind me yawns, and it's contagious. I stifle a yawn, too. I glance over at my cosplay twin to see if he noticed. Getting tired too, huh? Yeah, a little. Another yawn, this one not so easily stifled. Whoops. My new friend doesn't seem to mind. He just smiles. Where are you staying? I can, walk you back if you'd like. If I'm not very much mistaken, his cheeks are suddenly red. Yeah, sure. We head outside of the convention building. I lead the way in the direction of the hotel, but my friend abruptly stops walking. So, hey, I was wondering, you know about the after party tomorrow, right? There's an after party? Yeah, I give him a minute to string his words together. He shuffles his feet on the sidewalk. Would you like to come with me? Wait, is he asking me on a date? That sounds like a date, right? Okay, Alyssa, relax. Let's clear this up right now so we avoid any embarrassment later down the line. For both of us. Do you mean as your date? He clears his throat awkwardly. Yeah. Only if you want to, of course. I mean, I'd like to spend more time with you. If you're not interested in a date, I'd still really like to go as friends. If you want to, that is. I'd love to be your date to the after party. I'd love to as friends. Thank you for asking, but I'm going to head back early. Ooh. Is this where it, like, really diverges? Okay. Yes! His whole face lights up. I can feel myself grinning like an idiot right back at him. Yeah? You really want to? I'd love to. With that resolved, we talk about our plans for tomorrow as I lead the way to my hotel. My cosplay twin stops abruptly outside the entrance. This is where you're staying? Yep. So, turns out we're staying at the same hotel. Oh my gosh. We dissolve into giggles right by the entrance until we have to step aside to stop blocking other guests from getting in. My new friend is staying on the floor above mine, so he walks me to my room. See you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. I wave at him as he gets into the elevator and keep waving enthusiastically until the doors close. I head inside and collapse onto the bed. What a day. I managed to get up for long enough to get changed into something more comfortable and grab some snacks from my suitcase. Successfully cozy and armed with an array of snacks, I flop back on the bed and stretch my limbs in my best starfish impression. I soak in the happy fuzzy feelings from today. The excitement, the laughter, the good food, and even better company. I take out my phone to message my friend while I eat and wind down ready for our bed. Dude, I had the coolest day ever. You will not believe. Spill. When I'm home, you are a cruel, cruel woman. You love me. Sadly, I do. Details incoming soon. XOXO. They better be. I'm tempted to send him a quick photo of the keychain, fully concealed in tissue paper, but manage to resist. He'll definitely ask questions, and I don't trust myself not to give in and show him right away. We chat for a few more minutes, and I send over some Cheeto Puff photos that my parents provided earlier. I briefly wonder if my new friend likes cats too. He'd better. I'll have a way to bring it up tomorrow and show him how cute Cheeto Puff is. I close my eyes and think about all the things we could do tomorrow. I hadn't even known about the after party this morning, and now I've got an invite and a date. This is normally the time I do some serious journaling, but I'm so tired. Plus, I can't print today's photos and stick them in yet. Instead, I take out the stickers I bought today and arrange them on the page. They look so good. Just according to plan. I scribble down some stuff about today underneath them. Once I get started, I have so much to say that I have to break it down into bullet points so I don't write the night away. Eventually, I reach the last bullet point and am almost too sleepy to finish it. The N in my cosplay twin trails off into a long, sleepy pencil marking. I close my journal and leave it on the bedside table, reaching for my phone again. I send a few quick messages to my parents, plus a couple photos in exchange for all the important Cheeto Puff photos. They've probably already gone to bed, so I finish with a good night, XX, and get ready to turn in the night myself. When I put my phone down next to the journal, a sudden realization hits. We spent most of the day together, but I still didn't get my new friend's contact details. That should be the easiest way to find out his name without directly asking. I should make sure to ask him. First thing, tomorrow. I wake up to the familiar sound of my phone's alarm once again. This time, I'm up in a flash. It will be another busy day ahead with the convention, the after party, and then I have to catch the train home. I already don't want this day to end, and it has just started. My new friend is staying on the floor above mine, so I head to the elevator as soon as I'm dressed and ready in my cosplay. He told me his room was the third floor, third door from the left, I think. Ugh, I should have asked for his room number. I should have asked again for his name too, but it feels too awkward now, after we spent so much time together already. I knock on the third door from the left and cross my fingers that I remembered correctly. Coming! I hear the muffled sound of someone shouting from inside the room. A few minutes later, my friend opens the door. He's dressed in his Lark cosplay, but he still has a serious case of bedhead. It's very, very endearing. Good morning! Hey, sorry I'm running late. He gives me a sheepish smile. If you don't mind waiting, I'll just be a few minutes. Sure. He disappears into the bathroom while I take in the room. The chair in the room is covered with half unpacked luggage, much like the one in my room too. I perch on the edge of the bed and pull out my phone to see if my parents have sent the first Cheeto Puff photo of the day. They have not. Disappointing. I send a good morning message in our group chat and let them know of my plans today. As I'm finishing typing, my new friend pokes his head around the bathroom door, armed with a hairbrush. Hey, have you had breakfast yet? My stomach rumbles on cue. Not yet. I brought some croissants with me if you want. They're somewhere in my bag. He rummages through his suitcase and triumphantly withdraws a Tupperware container of slightly squashed croissants. I baked them the day before yesterday before I left, so they should be fresh-ish. I hope they're alright. He bakes too? What can't my new friend do? I take one of the offered croissants and we both dig in. This is really good. Yeah? He shoots me a relieved grin. I'll, go finish getting ready. Have as many as you want. I enjoy another croissant and finish sending my text. So, what time does the after party start? He emerges from the bathroom, still rubbing sunscreen onto his arms. It's at 7. He comes over to peek at the time on my phone screen. Looks like we'll have a good chunk of the day to spend at the con itself, if that works for you. Yeah. Stomach satisfied with slightly squashed croissants, we arrive at the convention as the crowds start to pick up. What should we do first? Voice actor panel. There is a panel with voice actors happening today. The description on the con's website says they'll be talking about their latest projects and mentions a handful of roles each have been cast in. My cosplay twin and I sit down in one of the rows and clap loudly when each voice actor is introduced. I know a few of them by name, and the others definitely have familiar voices. I make note to look up their roles later. We are both pleasantly surprised to see that the panel has a sign language interpreter on the stage by the guests. The voice actors talk for a while about the latest works they have been a part of. They take questions from audience members. Most are specific roles and characters, but there are some interesting questions about working as a voice actor and the sorts of experiences they come across in the industry. By the end of the talk, I've learned a lot. Plus, I have some new series to watch. The new release they were talking about sounds pretty good, huh? Yeah, I might pre-order it when I get home. Me too. You know, the co-op mode sounded nice too. Maybe we could play together sometime. The sign language interpreter passes by us as we get up from our seats. My friend signs something at them and they smile at him in return. He turns back to me. Hey, want me to teach you a few signs from the talk as we head to the next area? Yes, I'd love that. He gives me 2 thumbs up and knocks his hands together once. That's game. Oh, what's voice actor? My friend makes 2 signs this time, one at his throat and the other a different motion with his thumbs up. If you just want to say actor, it would be the last one on its own. He makes the second sign again. He shows me a few more signs used in the talk as we continue exploring the convention. I try to mirror the motions, somewhat clumsily at first, but he encourages me through them. Unfortunately, we have to put our practice on hold when I'm so focused on looking at my hands that I nearly walk right into a stall. Ugh. Let's do the AMV contest results. Hey, did you want to check in on the AMV contest and see if they've announced the results? My new friend's eyes light up in an instant. Yes, I'd love that. We head over just in time to see the ranking being listed. The ones we voted for placed pretty highly. I make a mental note to check out the channels later to see more of the editor's work. Maybe I'll enter next year. Oh, you should! You've got to now that you've said that. I bombard him with encouragement in case he changes his mind. He grins at me. I'll enter next year as long as you come back here to watch with me when they show the entries. Of course I will. You better show me previews as you work on it, too. I'll consider it. I nudge him pointedly. You better! We head back to the main convention area, brainstorming ideas of what media he could edit with. Okay, cosplay contest. That sounds fun. So, the cosplay contest is starting soon. Did you want to watch it? Yes. So much has happened that I almost forgot about the cosplay contest. It was one of the main things I was looking forward to at this con. I relay this to my new friend and he shuffles his feet a little awkwardly. I'm glad you want to watch. I actually, entered. Seriously? At my reaction, he perks up. Yeah, I completely forgot to mention it yesterday because I was having so much fun. I feel something warm in my chest. But, I hope you don't mind that I'll be leaving you to watch on your own. Are you kidding? This makes it even better. I am going to be such a menace cheering for you. My new friend heads into the backstage area behind the platform set up in the center. I look around for somewhere to sit and notice someone I recognize. I never caught her name, but she's still in her Asher cosplay. I take a seat next to her and her face lights up with recognition when she turns towards me. Hey, it's you again. It's me again. It's really nice seeing you again. What have you been up to since yesterday morning? So much. I tell her about the places I've been with my new friend. She shows me some of her finds from the artist alley and a vintage game she picked up from one of the stalls my cosplay twin and I passed by yesterday. Our conversation is cut off abruptly when the lights around us dim and an announcer comes onto the platform to present the contest. We fall silent, exchanging excited grins. When they disappear backstage, the Asher cosplayer whispers to me, "My friend is in this. I think she'll be up first." My friend is too. I break off when the first contestant comes out and strikes a pose. The Asher cosplayer cheers enthusiastically, and I join in solidarity with her. Other contestants take their turns, and the two of us whisper about our favorite elements of their costumes in between their presentations. Well, how do you think he made that crown? It's incredible. I know, right? And the gems in the center. And then my friend comes out, and I forget all about the last cosplayer's immense crown. He walks out, eyes straight ahead, but when we catch each other's eyes, he smiles. And I let loose on cheering just as I had promised him. Woo! Oh, is that your boyfriend? My cheering falters. I open my mouth to start explaining that despite the matching costumes, embarrassing looks we're currently exchanging, the date we're going on later, he isn't exactly my boyfriend. But then he strikes a pose. He leans his chin on his hand and smiles out towards the crowd. What was I meant to be saying again? Woo! I'm still vibrating with excitement by the time the cosplay contest comes to a close. I'm keen to reunite with my new buddy, but they hold him back for a while to give him a prize. Definitely the best kind of reason to be delayed. I wait with the Asher cosplayer until I see him walking over. Better go catch up with my friend now. Thank you for sitting with me. You too. See you around. When the prize-winning cosplay twin comes over to rejoin me, I praise him enthusiastically for his performance on stage. You're so good up there. Thanks. He fiddles with the prize before stuffing it into his bag and shooting me a sheepish smile that I return in full force. Ooh, what did you win? It's a goodie bag, I think, of merchandise from the con. They told me that some artists donated prizes, so it's like a blind bag of fun stuff. I want to see. We head to some nearby seats to investigate his bag of goodies. Take a break. Fatigue from all the events of the last few days must be catching up with both of us. Because when I catch my friend's eye as we head to the stall, he looks exhausted. Hey, do you want to take a break for a bit? Yeah, sounds good. We head over to the benches and snag a good spot to get comfy and enjoy some snacks while surveying the goings-on around us. I notice a stall with cold drinks nearby and point it out to my buddy. I'll get us some drinks. What do you want? Oh, thanks. I'll have a lemonade, please. I leave him to guard the bags. He assures me with the utmost seriousness that he won't take his eyes off them for a moment, and I head over to the stall to survey the drink options. Sure enough, they have some really nice looking lemonades, as well as boba tea, sodas, juice. I buy a regular lemonade for my cosplay twin and pick something for myself too. I return to our spot to see my friend chatting with a small group of other guests nearby. He's exchanging compliments with the ones in cosplay, and I hurry over to get in on that. Hey, what'd I miss? One of the guests is the very tall Naked Toaster cosplayer I met briefly yesterday, who seems to recognize me too. I slide my friend's lemonade over the table towards him, and we chat as a group for a while. Their group came over to take some photographs against one of the patterned walls in this area, so my friend and I watch the photo shoot and give our feedback on the pictures. I love this one. The way the lighting looks here, I can't think of the right word suddenly. Ugh, it's on the tip of my tongue. The lighting gives it a whole otherworldly vibe. The Naked Toaster cosplayer holds up an instant camera and snaps a photo of us two in mid-sentence. They present it to us with a flourish. I can't look at my friend right now. He'll see how embarrassed I am. I glance anyway and see that his expression is a mirror image of what mine must look like right now. We exchange a small smile. Meanwhile, the Naked Toaster cosplayer is still holding out the photograph for us. I start to feel guilty for leaving them hanging. Oh, thank you. I take the photograph gingerly between my fingers and set it on the table in front of us. It's really nice. It really, really is. As the time for the after party draws nearer, sections all around the convention start to close one after the other. We walk through the artist alley one last time to spend the rest of our convention funds and stuff our bags full of extra goodies. Before long, the vendors at the stalls surrounding us begin to disassemble their displays and packing up remaining merchandise. We should probably head out soon. They'll need some time after the convention closes to set up the after party. Yeah, tell me about it. Actually, is there a theme? Oh, yeah, I can't believe I forgot to tell you. It's a masquerade party. Are you serious? My heart leaps. A masquerade party? Only the best kind of themed party there possibly is. Yeah, that's why I was so keen to go, actually. This day just keeps getting better and better. You like masquerades too, huh? My cosplay twin grins at me. Does anyone not like masquerades? A sudden thought strikes me. But I don't have a mask. Will they let me in? A terrible image presents itself in my mind. Me being unceremoniously booted out of the after party for not upholding the dress code. Luckily, I have a wonderful companion to ease my worries. Of course, don't worry. They'll supposedly have some paper masks for people to take in case people don't bring their own. I actually rang up to ask about that the other day. I started making my own mask, but I ran out of time before leaving the convention. That sounds familiar. I recall my last-minute battle with Isadora's neckpiece and infernal ruffles. But the lady I spoke to said it was totally fine. You don't have to have a mask, and if you want one but don't have one, they'll be giving out paper ones at the door. I'm relieved by the news, but something else catches my attention. Wait, you started making your own mask? I want to see. My cosplay twin looks pleased, if a little embarrassed. Well, it's nothing special. I borrowed a suit from a relative and designed it to match. Please tell me you brought it with you. Well, I did, yeah. I was going to work on it last night, but so much has been happening that I kind of forgot all about it until today. He hurries to add, so much has been happening in the best kind of way, though. I nudge him lightly. That's exactly how I feel, too. But hey, if we've got time while they close the convention and set up for the after party, do you think there's a shop that sells craft supplies nearby? And that's how we found ourselves back at the bench where we had drinks before drying up mask ideas on torn notebook papers. I do most of the designing since my friend has a head start on his already. While I try to work out exactly what will be feasible for me to make in less than 2 hours, he searches up any stores with craft supplies in the area. We're in luck. I look up in an instant. You found one? Yep, 2 streets away. He holds out the navigation app proudly. I scribble down one final detail and jump up from my seat. Then let's go! Inspired by my cosplay twin, my mask design is simple and doesn't cover too much of my face. I should be able to make it match a nice outfit I can rent on short notice. The added bonus about that is that my friend has a bunch of suitable materials that he brought along with him for finishing his own masks. That he says he is more than happy to share with me as I work on mine. We split up briefly while I go to find an appropriate outfit to rent. I'm lucky enough to find something in a gorgeous shade of blue that is absolutely perfect in both size and style. I reunite with my friend outside to head to pick up additional mask supplies. Now that I know the color to match, we only needed a few items for the base part of the mask, and luckily the craft store is able to provide us with exactly the things we need, I'm assuming. I silently praise myself for being firm about sticking to my budget and not spending all of my money at the convention. Otherwise, I might not have been able to afford the emergency supplies. Once we were fully prepared with supplies, the 2 of us head back to the hotel. We return to his room, descend upon the leftover croissants, and get crafting. As is usual with cosplay efforts, it takes longer than expected. Whew, just in time, huh? My friend checks the time on his phone. Yep, they should have just started letting people into the party now. Ready to get changed and head over? I put on my new mask and consider. I reach over for his mask and put it on him too. Yep, now I'm ready. I pack up the leftover supplies, get changed, and head out of the hotel back towards the familiar convention building. I'm immediately impressed by how they have transformed the venue, ready for the after party in such little time. The dim lighting adds the perfect ambiance for a masquerade party. Convention banners and advertisements have been switched out for red and gold, aligning the walls and even the ceiling. Most of the stalls have been packed away to leave space for the dance floor, and the remaining tables surrounding the area are draped in dark red fabric with glittery thread woven through. The paper masks that my friend promised would be there are in a cute little basket lined with deep red starry fabric. They are absolutely lovely, but I'm so glad that I ended up making my own. It feels like the finishing touch to my outfit, and the process of making it is another precious memory I have spent with my new friend. I catch the friend in question looking at the masks too and wonder if he's thinking the same thing. He adjusts his mask carefully and gives me a shy smile. Some people have already begun dancing, twirling around on the floor in 2s and 3s, in their beautiful masks and outfits. We head over to one of the tables and sit down to enjoy some complimentary drinks and snacks set out. The pretzels are really good, but nothing compared to the croissants from this morning. I inform him of this and he grins, embarrassed. We clink our glasses together as we watch other guests dance. My companion stares into the crowd with a pensive expression. I find myself staring at him, mulling over the past 2 days again. It has truly been an unforgettable experience. He catches my eye. We share another smile. What are you thinking about? How they got all those stars up on the ceiling. How about you? Well, now I'm thinking about the same thing. By now, more guests have joined the dance floor. There's still plenty of space, and now would probably be a good time to enjoy the chance to dance without too many eyes on us. I decide to... Okay, let's save again. Ask him to dance, subtly hint to him that you'd like to dance, you'd rather not dance, and enjoy the rest of the party from here instead. We're dancing, boy. Hey, He glances over at me, attention drawn away from the starry ceiling. Ugh, now I feel a bit embarrassed. Would you like to dance together? His face lights up. Sensing he is not about to turn me down, I get up from my seat and offer him my hand. He takes it. Yes, I'd really like that. Hand in hand, we step onto the dance floor. We linger at the edge, close to our table at first, conscious of colliding into other dancers. We shuffle awkwardly at first. I'm pretty sure the last thing either of us want is to do is step on the other's feet. When the song changes, we both exchange a glance of recognition. Oh, I love this one. Me too. Wouldn't it be perfect for Carnival of Shadows? When I eventually get around to making a playlist for each route, this one is definitely going to be in all of them. Whoa. You're absolutely right. Now that I think about it, I don't know how I didn't connect the two. I guess it's been a while since I've heard this one. Now, I'm going to be disappointed if no one has ever made an edit with it before. Well, the pros of having a video editor friend means I could find someone to badger into giving it a go. He laughs as I spin him around. If your friend isn't up for it, I might have to dust off my own editing skills and give it a shot. The dancing feels easier after that. We relax into the music together until it fades to a stop. And with that, the after party comes to a close. The hosts make a short speech thanking everyone for attending the convention and party, and for making them such a success. My cosplay twin and I exchange grins. We join in with the surrounding applause and raise our glasses. As everyone starts to leave the hall, the two of us file out along with the group. Despite the dazzling rush of the evening, it starts to fade abruptly when we step outside and the cool evening air hits my face. We cross the street back towards the hotel. Hey, when do you have to catch your train? I pull out my phone to check the time. In about 40 minutes. Mine's pretty soon after. Do you want to wait at the station together? I'd love that. We split briefly to collect our belongings from the hotel rooms. After getting changed, I spend a few minutes taking in my hotel room for the last time. Hopefully I'll be able to come back at the same time next year. Meet my new friend again, take in both familiar and new artist stalls. Talk to other cosplayers, see what other panels they'll have. Packing up doesn't take me too long. Once I've gathered everything and secured my suitcase, I head to the hotel entrance to meet my cosplay twin, out of cosplay now, just like me, so we can head to the train station in good time. I can't believe we came to the same convention, stayed at the same hotel, cosplayed the same series, and are heading back via the same train station. Must be fate. He wiggles his fingers in a magical gesture, and I stifle a giggle. I hope fate will bring us both here next year, too. Definitely. At the train station, the two of us survey the train times. We're right on time for mine. It'll be here in about 5 minutes. Ugh. In 5 minutes, this wonderful trip will be at an end. At least I've got a lot of good memories, and I can chat to my new friend on the way home. And then it hits me. I still haven't got his contact details. Or his name, come to think of it. I turn to him hurriedly, only to see him staring back at me with the same shocked expression. It seems like he's had the same exact thought as me. He rummages through his bag, pulling out a notebook and pen. I'd like to keep in contact if you don't mind. He glances towards the train tracks as if worried the train will arrive early and interrupt us. I want to too. Great. So, can you write down or should I... Wait. What social media do you use? I'm mostly on Light, but if you prefer something else, I can... He rushes through the words so quickly I could barely keep up. Light is fine. Perfect, actually. That's what I use most, too. I realize that my words are coming out in a rush, too. I try to slow down and speak clearly again. My friend tears a page of his notebook out and rips it in half. Oh, what the heck? Okay, that was weird. He hands one half to me and starts scribbling furiously on the other. I scribble my username down too and hold out the paper to him. He swaps it for his, and we both look down at the words in front of us. Knocks your socks off, Light. For a long, long moment, we are silent. Wait, you're... So... Our voices overlap as we stare at each other. It's been him the whole time? Knox? Alessa? Wait, but I told you my name yesterday. I couldn't hear you over the crowds. Me neither. After spending the whole day together, it felt too embarrassing to ask what your name was. I start laughing. He smiles sheepishly. You know, suddenly we both stop and start speaking again, our words colliding a second time. An announcement somewhere far, far away claims that my train is 1 minute away. You go first. Suddenly, a lot of things make sense. Yeah. What were you gonna say? That we might have figured it out sooner if we weren't both so committed to surprising each other. We both burst into laughter again. I can hear the sound of the train approaching. I don't want to acknowledge it. This one is yours, right? Yeah. Hey, Knox? I taste his name on my tongue. It's the first time I've said it out loud. Yeah? Can I kiss you goodbye? Knox's face turns bright, vibrant red. It may be the cutest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, you definitely can. He smiles shyly. And so I lean in and kiss him. Can I give you a hug before we say goodbye? Absolutely, Knox says with no hesitation. He reaches out and wraps his arms around my shoulders, hugging me close. We linger with our goodbyes for longer than we should. I don't want this day to end, and I don't think that Knox does either. Still, he tries to be the responsible one. Hey, you're gonna miss the train. I can hear the sound of footfall as people enter and exit the train right behind me, but I do not care if I miss the train. Knox laughs, and even over the sound of the rushing crowds and train whistles, it's one of the best sounds I've ever heard. I'll miss you. Me too. But you should get your train, Alyssa, or you'll have to pay for a new ticket. And you could put that money towards coming to visit me instead. A convincing point. I sigh. Fine. Slowly, I step back and give him one last smile before I drag myself and my luggage up onto the step and into the closest train compartment. I snatch a seat with a good view from the window and shove my suitcase in one of the overhead compartments. I turn to the window to see Knox standing right there on the platform. His eyes look a bit watery. Ugh, he's gonna make me cry too. I rub my eyes and try for a big smile instead. As the train starts to move, Knox waves. I wave back and keep waving and waving until the train turns a corner and we can no longer see each other. I stare out the window even after the station is no longer in sight. Suddenly my phone buzzes. So, LMAO. So, when you said you had the coolest day ever, it was because of me. Shush. I'm printing that and framing it on my wall. I had the coolest day ever yesterday too, by the way. You better have. Wait, what about today? Okay, today wins slightly. I can't believe you didn't tell me you were also at a con. I didn't know it was the same one. I was gonna surprise you with pictures when you showed me your cosplay. We never discussed where we lived. I didn't even know you were in the same country. OMG. I never dreamed we'd be going to the same con. This is like something out of a romance game. OMG. So, do you still want a photo of my mystery cosplay? LOL. Yes. Wait. You said you saw a Carnival of Shadows cosplayer recently. Who was it? That was me. Lol. What? You left me hanging about your cosplay, so I was going to pull a sneaky trick and surprise you with mine too. I cannot believe this. Oh, you have to tell me who your friend is who likes Griff. I need to message this guy right now. Message yourself then, LOL. What? You are not serious. I am so serious right now. OMG, I could have given you the keychain at any point today or yesterday. And I was so distracted at the station that I forgot. Don't worry, I'll come visit you soon and I'll steal him. You cannot steal him. He is a gift for you. I'm home. Cat photos. Cat photos right now. I am not home yet, and I need cat photos to get me through. It is very important. I may not survive without them. Hang in there. I got you. Are you home yet? Finally. I'm about to crash right now. What a day. Yeah. So, suppose this is good night. Zzz. Can't hear you. I'm already asleep. Good night, Alyssa. Good night, Knox. Several months later, it's finally the day. It's been a few months since I met Knox at the convention. We haven't been able to meet up in person since, though we've been chatting every day through Light. We do some voice and video calls too. I've been learning some sign language to better communicate with him. And now, he's coming here for our first official date. He booked the train tickets last month. We picked an early one, so he'll arrive mid-morning, and we can spend as much of the day together as possible. We've got so many plans for the day already. But first, I want to surprise him. We agreed to meet by the local park since it's right across the road from the station. I get to watch the station from the gate and see exactly the moment he comes out. I'm so impatient. I'm bouncing on the balls of my feet, staring intently at the station entrance. Lots of people coming out, but not him. Yet. We've been messaging the whole time he was on the train. As soon as he told me he could see the station ahead, I went over to the ice cream stall to get us a surprise treat. Which I'm regretting doing so quickly because now I can't check my phone to see if he sent any more messages. Another minute passes as I glare at everyone coming out of the station who isn't Knox. And then, there he is. He's looking a little ruffled after the long journey. But his face splits into a huge grin when he looks over the road and sees me at the park gate. He waves enthusiastically as he waits for the lights on the road to change. I beam back as brightly as humanly possible. I wave my hands from side to side in a feeble attempt at a wave without dropping the ice creams. The lights change and Knox runs across the road towards me. He's a little out of breath. His hair is sticking up in several places, and his smile is just as cute as I remember. Hey. Hey! He looks at the ice creams I'm holding. Is this why you asked what my favorite flavor of ice cream was last week? Maybe. I present his ice cream to him with a grand flourish. I can't believe I didn't suspect anything. I know. I'm very subtle. I guide him towards one of the benches in my favorite spot in the park, right by the duck pond. We're both quiet for a moment as we enjoy our ice creams. And then, you're so cute. Huh? You're so cute. He grins. Thank you. This is lovely. Thank you for coming all this way to see me. Of course I would. There's nowhere in the world I'd rather be. One of the ducks glides into the pond in front of us with a loud quack and resounding splash. We stare out at the lake, watching him head towards another duck, and out from the bulrushes some tiny forms appear. Ducklings! I feel Knox shift closer to me as he leans forward for a better look. Aw, they're so cute. Yeah. I glance at his hand nearest to me. I transfer my ice cream to my other hand so I can shift my own closer to his. He must have noticed because he takes hold of my free hand at once. He smiles shyly before his eyes dart back to the ducklings, beginning a round of the pond with their parents. I shuffled closer until our knees knock against each other. Positions affirmed, we lean back on the bench to relax and enjoy the beginning of our very first official date. I'm so glad you're here. Me too. Aww. That was adorable. You know, it's funny. I think everybody would have assumed from the beginning that the person she was messaging would wind up being the person she met at the con. Because that's what immediately went through my mind. I was like, oh, I know what's happening here. And I kept like waiting for the reveal. Oh, that's so adorable. Well, I'm only going to do one route. I believe there are a handful of routes, like 3 or so. I can't remember. But there are different endings, I believe, if I recall correctly. So, I will leave a link to the game page so you guys can download it and support the game dev. I definitely enjoyed it. It was very cute. The art was very interesting and cute. Everything's cute. I the only thing I didn't like was the words. How it would overlap the quick save and the little buttons down below. But I will show that I have it as open dyslexic instead of the default. So open dyslexic is slightly bigger. And the reason I don't have dyslexia, but I chose it just in case there are people who find my video and want to read along and maybe potentially have dyslexia. I do like that they have something like that because my cousin is dyslexic, so I totally understand all of that. So it's just like, in case there's someone who wants to read it and they happen to be dyslexic, they'll be able to read it, no problem, hopefully. But yeah, anyway, this is just one of the few. I'm gonna try to record a couple more and post them while I am gone. So get this all taken care of and edited to upload and have it scheduled for next week. Next week is the first week of July, and I will be gone. So I'm gonna try getting these out. And then when I get back, I can do the remaining Otome games. I will try. It depends on how tired I am. Not gonna lie, but I will try to get it done. Because I love Otome games. So yes. I want to at some point start making videos on Otome games again. It'll happen at some point, I swear it. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you all have a good day or a good night, depending on where you are, and I will see you next time. Bye!